What?
It's that group chat I told you about. I opened it up.
Run it back.
All that humor there. Nice, nice, nice.
Check your gear and weapons. We go soon.
Crash the fuck out the game. Oh boy.
Cross-functional work can be complicated, but managing it doesn't have to be. Because with Asana, you'll say goodbye to unnecessary meetings and pings.
For the slate reflector, or you can go for the night arm model 47. It's a little personal preference on what you want to be able to use. Just sleight of hand, just to a little bit to even do that. So we're definitely going to make sure we can anything else in here, so I'm gonna go throw that on there. And then perk 2, running quick here for the increase in overall sprint speed. Anything else in here, so I'm gonna go throw that on the move speed. I just love acrobatic on this thing, and I don't really feel like I need to run anything else in here, so I'm gonna go throw that on there. And this is an app I have mine. This is one of those guns that has been updated here. It hasn't actually been touched all that much, but ever since, you know, all the updates been coming out, this thing has an incredibly solid TTK for like how the meta actually works. And it's actually section we're gonna go with the 2-for-1 type of this gun, or that 5th definitely have at least on the and all the real couple more here later in the video that are also really good, but the well gun is really solid. You guys should be using it. First thing on here, of course, recoil booster like always. After that, in the barrel section, we're gonna go throw on the Gawain short barrel here for that increase in fire rate. This used to have a con of damage range, but in the more recent update, they actually took away that con, so there's no more damage range. It just says like negative damage, but we don't really have to worry about that too much. It's really not much of a difference at all. In the inner barrel section, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw on the M1941 hand stop. Absolutely love the hand stop on this thing, and it's definitely pretty necessary to make sure you can be accurate with this thing. In the magazine, we're gonna throw on the 7.62 Gorenko 40. Really love that, just the way the mag actually functions. I've seen people try to run the 64 round mag, but I just believe the Gorenko is the way to go 100% on this gun. There's not really ifs, ands, or buts really about it as of right now. In the ammunition side thing, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go throw on lengthened here like always. Lengthened's pretty standard nowadays just because there's not much else in here that I do believe is really all that great. So I just definitely say to run lengthen. In the rear grip section here, I'm going to throw on leather grip for aim down sight speed and aiming stability. I have tried to run fabric, but I just haven't found fabric to be all that great. I feel like I was losing a little bit too much accuracy, but I run leather and I pretty much always have good success. So I definitely recommend that. And if you feel like you can run fabric, then by all means, definitely go run fabric. But for me, leather works out just as well, and also fabric does give you sprint to fire, so it's one of those trade-offs, but the sprint to fire is always pretty good on here anyways. Now in the optics section, we're gonna go throw on where the sprint to fire is always pretty good, and also fabric does give you sprint to fire, so it's one of those trade-offs, but the sprint to fire is always pretty good on here anyways. Now in the optics section, we're gonna go throw on, where is it, the slight reflector there, for that increase in magnification, just ever so slightly. It's only a 1.35 times, but it also makes your sights unbelievably clear. I don't mind the ground loot, much like the Armaguerra, those iron sights, but whenever I do find one that actually has a red dot on it, I always pick that up just because, I mean, the slight reflector is so incredibly good and very easy to use, and it's a pretty early level unlock anyways. Now in the stock section, we're just going to go straight for that remove stock here for movement speed, sprint to fire, and of course ADS. This is definitely the best option in here by far as of right now. And then of course down in the perk section, what we're going to do is we're going to throw an acrobatic for our perk 1 for movement speed and sprinting move speed. And then in perk 2, we're going to go throw on quick for that overall increase in sprint speed. We're trying to make these things super fast, super quick, as that's what we use when we run around the map, is we whip out an SMG. And for good reason, I mean, just because, you know, quick, is that's what we use when we run around the map, is we whip out an SMG. And for good reason, I mean, just because, you know, they kill very fast up close and you can move around like a madman. And this gun is no exception to that. All right, now let's take a look at a gun that I also compared the well gun here to more recently. That's gonna be the MP40. So the MP40 is still real good, and I definitely think you guys should be using this one here. If you guys have noticed, this has been a very large majority or entirely Vanguard-based SMG build video, just because that's what they've done, is they've gone ahead and they've pretty much made all the Vanguard SMGs top tier meta guns and kind of slowly try to phase out some of the Cold War Modern Warfare stuff. So that being said, though, first thing in here is gonna be recoil booster. In the barrel section, we go for the 189mm short barrel, damage range, bullet velocity, and limb damage, what we've been using here for a while now, as opposed to the Krausnik 317 barrel. We just switched over to this one. We have not gone back. In the underbarrel section, we're going to throw on the hand stop here, like always. Pretty simple. You guys can maybe get away with throwing on like the pistol grip or something like that, or the skeletal, but for me personally, I always run the hand stop on my MP40. Now in the magazine section, we're going to go throw on that beautiful Gorenko 45 round mag. I was about to accidentally throw in the Kurz, but it's the Gorenko 45 round mag. We've been running this for a while now, and it's just kind of like, you know, what we've always pretty much ran ever since, you know, the MP40 got put into Warzone. It's just the way to go. Ammunition side of things here, lengthened, don't gotta explain that one too much. And then in the rear grip section, we're gonna go throw on leather grip here for ADS speed, aiming stability. So if you guys really want to, I have ran pine tar grip, and that's actually pretty solid, but I more or less switched over to leather grip as I felt like I could control the recoil of this specific build enough. I just wanted overall just to be a little bit faster, and that's really about it. Now in the optics section, of course, we're gonna throw on the slate reflector, though this is one of those guns where you can definitely get away with running the iron sights and throwing the last iron sights, and, you know, and see the increase in ADS speed. But I mean, for me personally, I just am having real good success running the slate reflector, and I don't find it to be like a detriment to not have that increased ADS benefit. So I've been just running the slate pretty much almost exclusively. In the stock section, we're gonna go through on the Krausnik 33M folding, increase in sprint to fire and movement speed, of course. And then in the perk section, we're gonna go throw on the first one, which is actually gonna be brace for the initial firing recoil. That definitely just helps out a little bit to maintain this gun a little bit better. And then in the perk 2, we're gonna throw on quick for increase in sprint speed. So this is my full build here for the MP40. This and the well gun are definitely neck and neck in terms of like overall usability and meta-ness. They're really good. So I've used both of them or any of these guns in this video. And then for good measure to finish this thing off, we're gonna give you guys a Cold War SMG build here, just because I personally really like the Cold War MP5. I think a lot of you guys out there really should definitely be using this. I know more people probably have this leveled up in some of the Vanguard SMGs, so I might as well include some of y'all in here and give you a build for this thing. I used it more recently and it's really good. So first thing, of course, HMC Suppressor. We run this on pretty much all of our guns. The majority of the time, HMC usually speaking ends up, well, pretty much 99% of the time ends up working out better. Section, we're throwing the I normally speaking run a barrel, but ever since they did that 300 health update to Rebirth, which is what I normally do, you really can't get away from not running a barrel anymore. It seems it's just too much of a hit marker machine, so I'd much prefer to run the task force barrel here. It's just an overall increase in effective damage range, full velocity, and strafe speed. This makes this gun a little bit more effective. In the laser section, we're gonna go through on the top Q spotlight here for the increase in movement speed and even blocking movement speed. I love adding a little bit of mobility to this gun. It just definitely comes in clutch. In the magazine section, got to increase that mag capacity, so we're gonna throw on the Stenag 50-round drum. This works out beautifully. And I had some questions talking about why don't you run the fast mag? Well, it really doesn't do all that much of a benefit to run the fast mag. You can reload perfectly fine with the Stenag 50. You can cancel it out before it's even fully reloaded in, still get your maximum reload. So I don't really see a need to switch it out and slow down my
Come on, man.
Slow, yeah.
ADS time. I'd just rather keep this and just be good to go. I mean, if everyone else runs it, including myself, and it works out, definitely you're not going to be finding anything brand new here by using this. I've tried it out. It's really not that great. Just stick with the 50. And of course, then I finished off this video by using this. I've tried it out. It's really not that great myself, and it worked. I'd just rather keep this. I don't really see a need to switch it out and slow down my ADS time. I'd just rather keep this and just need to switch it out and slow down my ADS time. I'd just rather keep this and just be good to go. I mean, if everyone else runs it, including my I'd just rather keep this and just be good to go. I mean, if everyone else runs it, including myself, and it works out, definitely you're not going to be finding anything brand new here by using this. I've tried it out. It's really not that great. Just stick with the 50. And of course, I finished off this video here in this build. We're going to run the Raider stock, the ADS firing movement speed, and blocking movement speed, and of course, the sprint to fire time. Thank y'all for coming through today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give a like, subscribe, little bit on, and just so I'm from Cat, don't be Randy. I'm out. Peace.
At Midas, we make sure every stop on your road trip is one you want to make. Get road trip ready with up to $100 back on 2-axle brake service when you use your Midas credit card. Request your appointment at Midas.com.
Can you
friend me. Clem, do you have the 300 points, bro? If you do, yeah, I got you, no problem. Yeah, don't ever just like too quiet. Get me
Niggas complaining as hell. Irritating.
Nice. That wasn't nice.
Shit!
Enough training. Now you fight a real enemy.
I'm going stronghold. How about that? He is John.
Next objective updated. Enemy radar jammer detected in your area. Enemy UAV active.
Where's the at, I need a mark. Bro.
Squad member is redeployed. Allied advanced UAV.
I ain't even.
Loadout drop on the way.
Good shit, bro.
Enemy UAV active.
If you grab a fucking loadie, that'd be cool, Taters. I'll give you my cash for it. Here, Taters, grab a second loadie. Here. Taters. Hold on. Sorry, I got you, sir.
Objective updated.
They're jumping out the sky. They're jumping out the sky.
You've got gas moving.
Got it. Got it.
Squad member is redeploying.
Specialist.
Headed your way. Enemy UAV active. Hostile dropping into the area.
Come in before I can see it. Come in before I can see it.
Squad member
Airstrike deployed at my mark.
This is Phoenix 3. Strike inbound. UAV out of fuel. Turning right. Still alive.
Yo, specialist down there, so somebody.
UAV active. Enemy UAV.
Alright, no, you're good, bro. Go ahead, take it.
UAV overhead.
If he ain't gonna come get it, then you go ahead and get it.
Loadout drop headed your way. Gas is closing in. Relocating to safe zone.
Y'all looking? Oh, y'all all died or something? How the hell? They still up there top looking down.
Objectives found. Move to the next location.
Mark our rally point. Contact here.
Laser bird on.
Tracking mover.
Allied cluster strike arriving. Objectives found. Move to the next location.
Pin me.
Behind us, behind us, behind us. Behind us. There's a guy behind us on the stronghold here on this roof right by me. Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, he's on the roof.
Down.
He's over here. He's over here.
On the enemy
He's hit. He's pushing away. He's coming up the hill now. Just hit.
They've got me sighted.
Enemy UAV active. Enemy UAV active. Contract complete. All supply boxes. Enemy UAV active. Keep dropping into the AO.
You're gonna jump through the window.
Hostile maneuvering.
There's two on my roof, Green.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Got it.
Come on.
Yeah, I got him. They're pushing in. Yeah, I got him. There's another one in the building next to us, so just let you know.
Oh, dang.
Make this quick. Enemy UAV active.
They're coming up, purple.
Convergence is about to end. Keep your head on a swivel. Care package on.
Y'all do a different type of thing. Right.
Chance. Make it count. Squad member is redeploying. Enemy UAV. Allied cluster strike arriving.
I got 24 bands on me, bro.
Allied coming. Be aware. Allied UAV overhead. Enemy UAV active. Allied UAV overhead. Them down.
Lockdown rally point. Frag out.
Gas is moving. You outmaneuvered the enemy trackers. Clever sneaks. 25 left. Moving forward.
Frag out.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Frag out. Get up and back at it.
Made it to the top 10.
Fucking pussy.
Gas is moving.
Hey, you're dog shit, faggot.
Oh, bro, this stupid ass window. Shit.
Top 5. Let's be the last.
They can get you from the building behind you, careful.
Oh, no. Oh, you little bitch.
Only a few others stood between us and
GG's, though. Nice.